Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on WakeUpCallDT.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on MixLR.com /WakeUpCallDT. We're proud to be here with you every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. You're hanging out with us inside of the Cafe Kubal studios. CafeKubal.com has everything that you need from their home delivery, and if you live in Onondaga County, there's no delivery charge. You have your mobile cafe that will come to you, to your location, whether it be your neighborhood or your place of business. And you have your neighborhood cafes that will find you. You will be able to get to them at 401 South Salina Street, 324 West Water Street, 3501 James Street, inside of Golisano's Children's Hospital, and their newest location on 208 North Townsend Street in Syracuse, the Holly Green Cafe. Cafe Kubal, coffee for the soul. You just heard from Tyrone Perkins. We've done 97 videos on Facebook because we have a squirrely wire in the studio that I like to call the Corona wire because we were fine before Corona. So the mic dropped a couple times, not in a good way, and the wire is squirrely. So with that being said, we thank you from jumping from video to video, just like you're on a video game with us. It's like Mario. If you jump with Mario, maybe he'll jump farther. Inside of Mon Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory is what's popping. You heard from Tyrone Perkins of Syracuse history for football. It is now time to talk to the lady. I'm not going to call her the lady of the hour. I'm not going to call her the lady of the show. I'm going to call her my little sister. And I'm going to tell you that I can't put into words how proud I am.
Thanks.
So you committed it over the weekend.
I did.
And, give me some thoughts. So for the people that don't know, tell everybody when you committed.
So I committed Saturday, I want to say around like 6 o'clock.
Move a little bit closer to the squirrely old mic.
Saturday around like evening time.
Yeah. Saturday evening you commit.
Mm-hmm.
So you say yes to Stony Brook.
Yes.
Bring me into now. They got a hold of you right away.
Yeah. So around like September 1st or the day after, Coach Blina texted me and to set up a call, and yeah, it just went from there.
So, on September 1st, that was the first time that they could reach out to players, yep. Right? So he reached out to you on the day of.
Yes. And
what did that mean to you that the moment that the dead period, the blackouts lifted, that he reached out to you?
Literally, I was so shocked. I was speechless, actually. I just remember telling my dad and him flipping out. But just on September 1st or close to, to have a D1 school that is that high and top 10 is just insane to want to reach out to you and talk to you and enjoy talking to you, and it just meant the absolute world.
For you, when you got that phone call, bring me into, you answer the phone and then you hear the name on the other end of the phone.
Yeah, Coach Selena was just telling me that he's interested in me and I'm a scholarship player and that he can't wait for me to come visit, and, it just kind of went from there.
So he says to you, you're a scholarship player. He believes that, you're worth being on that team and taking one of those scholarships, which is a huge opportunity. This is one of the top teams in the nation. If they're not number one, I think they're preseason number 2 this year, behind only North Carolina. So when he tells you, in his opinion, that you deserve a D1 scholarship, what's the response to that?
I'm pretty sure he was like, "Are you still there?" I was definitely speechless. I was just so grateful that he picked me and that he saw something in me and my playing style. And, he tells me every time we talk that, he's so excited to work with me, and I am so excited to just get there and have him, teach me things that I could never even imagine when it comes to lacrosse.
So he calls you and he says, "I want you to come visit."
Right.
And so bring me into where in the conversation did you say, when he's saying, "I believe you deserve a scholarship, I want you to come visit," do you just say, "Hey, you know what? I'm just going to tell you right now"?
Well, I went down this past weekend to do a clinic with Kylie O'Miller. And I walked around on campus, and then basically I just called him after, and I was like, hey, I'm ready. And he was like, do you want to visit any other schools? And it was just one of those things, like, when you walk on campus, like, you see yourself there for the next 4 years, and yeah, I just knew, and he was excited, and I was just, thrilled. And
so he calls you, and you have this conversation, and he talks about his belief in you.
Right.
He talks about you being a D1 player.
Yeah.
So what else was said on the conversation, and how did he leave it?
Well, he asked me, he was like, do you need to go, what's your timeline? Do you need to go see any other colleges? And I was like, no. I was like, I'm good. I don't need to go visit anywhere else. And he's like, is this a verbal commitment? And I'm like, yep. So we just kind of left it as we were going to set up a Zoom call with my parents and the rest of the coaching staff. And we did that yesterday.
Yeah.
That went really well. So, yeah.
So you are officially verbally committed to Stony Brook. So that first phone call when he called you up and he said that he was interested, how did he leave that conversation before you came to visit?
Was just that, he sent me a bunch of stuff on Stony Brook just to start looking into everything, and kind of I was on, he made it very clear that I was on my own timeline, but obviously sped up my timeline, so I didn't need to see anywhere else, so, yeah. So
he says that to you, how did you leave the conversation with him? What did you say, that first conversation?
I think we kind of just left it as, we'll find a date where I can come down, and that'll kind of be the next step. So how quickly did you because he went down the next week.
Yeah, I was going to say. So he called you what? He called you the last week of August going into September? Is that what it was?
Last week of August.
Because
it was September. He called me, I want to say, like, the first couple days of September. We had our phone call.
Okay.
And then this past Saturday, I went up to Long
So you went the 12th.
Yep.
To Long Island. And you went to go see him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I couldn't see him because of Corona.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so that was all over the phone, but I could go walk on campus and kind of look around a little bit.
And it's awesome. Your grandfather said, my new Seawolf.
He's so excited.
Yeah. So you go down on the 12th, and you walk around campus.
Yep.
Now, did you have to do this alone? Did somebody give you a tour, or what was?
So we couldn't do tours because of COVID. Yeah. But I went down with the Beardsley family, Coach Beardsley and his daughter Ange, and we did the clinic on Sunday, actually, the day after I committed. But yeah.
So you go out there and you do this, and you did the clinic out there.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to experience a very quick road.
Yeah.
It was, he calls in the beginning of September.
Yep.
He tells you, D1, I believe in you. Yep. You say, oh my God, this is insane, after you woke up from passing out. And then you go down on the 12th and you visit, you walk around campus, kind of do your own tour thing. You do a clinic, and you called him when you were still there on Saturday or on Sunday? Saturday.
So as soon as we got back to the hotel, from walking around on campus, I was just like, I texted him, I was like, what's the next step? Like, I'm ready. And he called me like an hour later, and, we just had that conversation, and it just went perfect. And he was like, do you need to go visit anywhere else? I was like, nope. Nope, I'm good. So this is my home for the next 4 years. And he got my verbal commitment done.
What sold it? What sold Stony Brook?
I want to say the biggest thing that sold it for me was just like, obviously the coaching staff won. And I've seen my sister battle, again, lose very, very
I was at one of those games.
Yep. Against Stony Brook, and I always watch their team chemistry and their playing style and the way their coaching staff coaches, and it's just it's a different, that's what makes Stony Brook special, and how much he cares for his players and how close he is to his players. And he, his biggest thing is to create a family, and that's one of the biggest things that I was just like, you're really not, I can't really see that anywhere else. going to any other program. So that's kind of what really, sold it for me.
When you went on campus, what did you like about the campus itself?
The field, the stadium was probably number one. I've been a fan in the stadium, cheering for a different team, but the stadium's so cool. They come right out, their locker rooms are underneath the stadium.
Yeah.
And their fans are like on top of you, which is so cool. And it's such a lacrosse-oriented place. Like, everybody there plays lacrosse. And the fans are, it's not like it's a football school, it's mostly a lacrosse school. And the fans are there for lacrosse games. And, I just feel like you can't really get that energy anywhere else.
Well, I think the thing that's really cool and really interesting is, we hear so much in America about football and basketball. Mm-hmm. And in Onondaga County and in the state of New York, there's should be a lot of respect for lacrosse. Yeah. And we look at, high school teams here in central New York and the quality of lacrosse here on the girls' side and the boys' side. And, you look at the Onondaga Nation, you look at everything that's here and the beauty of this wonderful game that's here. And then in Stony Brook, on the islands, there has been the notion that nobody gets off the island. Right. Like, he gets everybody. Yeah. He doesn't let anybody leave the island. Right. So what does it mean to you to be somebody that he got from the other part of New York? Yeah. That, he goes island, and here he says something to Fran Tortora from little Syracuse.
Yeah, I guess it was everyone was really shocked that was, close to me, and everyone was like, oh my God, he only recruits Long Island girls, and I'm like, I'm not a Long Island girl. But that's what just made it so much more, special. Yeah. Like, he saw something in me, and he went way out of, normally who he recruits, he went out of there, and he believes in me, and he saw that in me, so that's what just made it 10 times more special.
What did he say? Did he tell you why you were worth going outside of the island for?
Yeah, I think he really kind of explained it as like, you can have players with skill and that can shoot behind their backs for days, but you can't teach work ethic, and you can't teach wanting something so bad, and what it takes to be one of the best players in the country. And you can't really teach work ethic and put that in a player. So he just saw the work ethic in me and how bad I want it, and you can teach skill, and I can't wait to get up there and him teach me things that I have no idea yet, and I just that's just what's going to take my game to, I can only imagine.
Did he say that nobody trains you harder than trainer Derek Tortora? Did he say that?
And my lifting videos definitely stood out.
Okay. Because you've been putting video together and getting it out. So you put your own video together and got it out there. Were you sending it to coaches? Did you send it to them?
Yep.
You sent it out to Stony Brook? Okay. So he saw it.
Yeah, so they actually they haven't watched me play live. And that was one of my questions when the original phone call. I asked him, I was like, these are my fall ball tournaments. And do you need to, here's like the tournaments I'm going to be at so you can come watch me play. And he was like, I don't need to see you play live. And I was like, what? I was like, okay. So that was really cool too, that he just believed in me so much. Like, he didn't even have to come to one of my games and see me play.
So I guess the reality is, not only are you a very good lacrosse player, but you're good at editing as well. You're good at putting your videos together so that they can see footage. So, and what did that mean to you, that your film actually meant something? Because now, it's funny how people talk about, how is recruiting affected, but now that coaches can't go places and they're kind of trapped in their office at times, I think it benefits for them to see people they maybe wouldn't have seen before, because they have the time to go through these recruiting videos and things that's sent to them, and they get to watch these videos, and videos mean more. So as a recruit, do you find that in Corona that, really putting in the effort not only on the field and in the weight room and whatnot, but putting in the effort to get your film together, to find your best moments and to send those off? Do you see that maybe, that had a big play in Stony Brook and other schools wanting you, that you took the time to put all this together at a time when coaches have the opportunity to maybe see a little bit more film.
Right, yeah. And I feel like COVID definitely affected in, like, negative and positive ways. Just because, you know, the way for the class of 2022, going into your, like, summer season is kind of when college coaches kind of open up that year to watch you. So, obviously, not having a summer season, not even having a spring season, we didn't really have the opportunity to play in these big-time tournaments and look on the sideline. And you have all of these coaches, you know, with their clipboards, you know, watching you. Like, we didn't really get that. But it also, on the positive side, you're getting, because seniors are getting their eligibility back, so that means a lot of less scholarships. And, you know, because they have, you know, sometimes 8 girls, sometimes 9, you know, coming back. So they're recruiting a lot of a smaller class for the 2022s. And that just means, like, the relationships are better between the recruit and the coach, and, you know.
It also says a lot more about who they're going after.
It means a lot more. Yeah, exactly. So I'd say definitely positive and negative. But.
So he doesn't recruit he doesn't typically recruit up here, and he goes after you.
Yeah.
There's less scholarship opportunities. There's less opportunity spots, and he goes after you.
Yeah.
It's Corona, and he goes after you.
Yeah.
He doesn't see you play live, and he goes after you.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I can feel. I can feel your smile. I can see on your smile. It's like I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna thank God. I don't know what to do. So I definitely feel that. And Derek, your dad, said it's a great day to be a Tortora. I would say it's always a great day to be a Tortora.
It is.
So, you know, wear that name right.
Yeah.
And Suzanne said, congratulations, awesome achievement.
Thank you.
Rita said congratulations as well.
Thank you.
I know my mom is going crazy for you right now. So we have so much to talk about here with Fran, and we're going to have some fun here. But before we take a step aside for a fast break, everything we talked to Tyrone about adversity.
Yeah.
Everything you've been through on and off the field in your life.
Yeah.
To have the moment that you've been waiting for.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I remember talking to you, what is it, a couple of years ago, like when we started talking and whatnot, and you're telling me, like, I'm going to be D1, I'm going to go where I want to go, like the best schools are going to offer me, I'm going to hear from the best, you know, I could go anywhere, I could go to the south, I could go to the north, like, I want it all. I want it all. And it was never cockiness, it was this level of confidence of, there's no way I'm not going to make it.
Right. Yeah, it was always just, I always felt like I worked too hard not to reach my goal. And I think when I announced my commitment, I had some people that were just, like, my friends for so long. And, you know, their posts were just like, you know, I remember 6 years ago you having this exact same goal and having the same energy and, you know, towards it as you do now, or you have last month.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's been my goal for such a long time, and, you know, the work I've put on and off the field, and just to finally have it, you know, my goal reached. It's like, it still hasn't even really all set in yet. So, but yeah, it just means the world to me.
I mean, and that's the thing that's crazy is you're not that old.
No.
16. And 16 years old, and you've had this dream for how long?
Literally, since I don't even remember. Like, long time. Like,
since you were born and your dad handed you a lacrosse stick, a
Literally.
little baby stick that he made out of a toothpick. Here you go, honey. Yeah.
It was all, you know, as soon as I got old enough to play, and, you know, like, I always played in ULA when I was, you know, younger, like 2nd grade. But as soon as, you know, even I hit, like, before middle school, before I even started playing, like, school lacrosse, watching Sam, you know, come into Albany and play, and how her going through the recruiting process, I was like, okay, I want that too. But I was 6 years younger than her. Yeah. But I had the same goals as her.
Yeah.
You know, being 6 years younger than her, I still was like, oh, wait, but we have the same goals.
Yeah.
You know, and I just broke down her list and everything that she achieved. I was like, okay, that's what I need to
Oh, you told me. You said I'm
surpass.
beating all of those records.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it happened.
You're like, I will be better than all of
because
those.
I was so, I obviously going to the same high school as her and playing the same sports as her.
Yeah.
And having the same goals as her. It was always Sam's little sister, and I was like, I don't want to be Sam's little sister.
You want to be Franny.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like to do that, I had to not only reach her goals, but pass her goals and crush her goals. So it wasn't Sam's, oh no, Franny did this.
Yeah.
Franny led him points. Franny got first. It wasn't, Sam's little sister made the team. I had to do more than that to prove them wrong.
Right. And it wasn't you're making the team because of your sister.
Right.
It wasn't that this and that.
Right.
But it's that you set the, she set
the bar.
And then you passed it.
Yeah, I had to blaze my own path.
Right. And to do it, thank God you don't have another little sister that's trying to beat all
That poor girl.
I was gonna say, not thank God. If you had another one, that'd be great. All I'm saying is, this girl would have to show up like Space Jam Monstars with these massive, she'd be 6 years old, pumping iron, it would be nuts.
Yeah.
But I'm amazed because you defy all laws of physics. That's you see Franny. This is Franny, right? Skinny Fran, but you have all this muscle. It's like skin, muscle, no fat. And it's, when you talk about it, you're like, how much do you weigh? 140. How much do you deadlift? 315 for the area code. Did it for Syracuse. And then I remember when we were talking and I said, what does a guy have to date you? There was 2 things. And I don't even remember the other one because the one,
I think it was that had to make me laugh.
Yeah, I remember. There's 2 things that Fran said. I only remembered one of them. He has to deadlift more than me.
Well, yeah.
And if I increase mine, then he has to increase his.
Well, yeah. It's pretty sad if your girlfriend deadlifts more than you.
Well, most girlfriends don't deadlift 315, Fran. I honestly think that we should take a step aside and then we should come back and you should just be pushing me up in the air like that. You should just be doing that because I don't weigh that much. I'm 160, I think. Maybe 158, so.
I had the day I actually it was nighttime. The night
When did this happen? This happened this year, right?
Yeah, it was a couple months ago. It was before, I was making my highlight video, and we didn't really do our maxes, just because we were building muscle, you know, and we didn't really need to. There was no need to. So when we were doing the highlight video, we were and we heard everything was getting canceled. We were all of my maxes need to be up for my video. My last video that was put out.
Yeah.
So we had our goals. And it was just he made me max out all in 1 week. But a week before that, I was in the gym by myself and my dad was working. And I was just I'm by myself. Let's try to do 315. If I fail, I don't have to tell my dad. He's not going to know about it. He's not going to be screaming at me. So just me, just me. I was the only one in the gym, and I recorded it. I didn't think I was going to get it, at all. Yeah. And, it came off the ground a lot easier than I expected. And I remember calling him and just being like, hey, Dad. And he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing. But, I deadlifted 315. He's like, no, you didn't. Did you count the weight right? He's like, did you count the weight right? And I was like, no, I have a video to, prove it. Yeah. And I sent it to him, and he was like, oh my God. He was speechless doing security.
I was gonna say, what did he do? How did he react?
Yeah, he was just like, oh my God. What? But, yeah, he was so proud. So that was really cool.
So you could probably deadlift him then.
Yeah.
You probably could. He's built like a giant brick, though.
Yeah, he is.
I told him, and Derek, I hope that you know this, because I've definitely been telling everybody. He will be. I know I talked about some of these people being bodyguards for different things and whatnot. I said he will be my bodyguard.
Yeah, you couldn't really think about it.
I was like, who else? Number 1, Italian blood. Okay, so that runs thick. Yep. Number 2, we love each other. Mm-hmm. Number 3, I know he would do whatever to protect me because he's shown that. Yep. So who else could I have better to protect me then Derek, he gets out, like I get out of the car, he gets out with, and I'm going to make him wear a suit too. But he gets out with that suit on, and I come out there, and I just see him going, Danny, you good? You good? You all right? You know? And it's like, and I'll be like, I got to put us on camera for this, but I could picture myself getting out and me going, oh my God, and him going, what? And I'm like, I forgot my rain razzle on the car. And he'd be like, all right, I got it for you. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like your dad is a ruthlessly committed, like if he's got you, he's got you.
Yeah. He's got a tight circle, but if you're in that circle, you're good.
Yeah. What was the message he sent? What was my and-I quote today? What was the message he sent me yesterday? Let's see. The message he sent me yesterday was...
His hieroglyphics that you have to decode to try to read his text messages.
Derek, thanks to you, I can now read all of the... I can read every single pyramid in the Sudan. So he said, I know my man... he said that you're... This is where we're reading the hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
That we're a team. He said, Team Derek and Francis, tough team to be on... But you've got you've got us for life, buddy. So he said it's really tough to get in this. I think it's tougher to get in your dad's circle than it is to get into the circle of trust on Meet the Parents with Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
But he said I'm in it. And how many people are in it? None.
Count on
one.
Two,
yeah.
One, maybe two hands.
Maybe 1, 2 hands.
Yeah.
I'm on that list. So just know that Franny has a great career coming up here, and all of us. It's gonna be fun to be in a limo with a D1 lacrosse player and a comedian / broadcaster / whatever the heck else I decided to do, and having your dad be security.
Yeah.
Well, he did security for my festival.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it is, I had him and I had the Hulk, and so he's at the festival, and I just remember. Like, because they're obviously, allowed to carry weapons and whatnot, protect and whatnot. And I just remember looking at him and people going, like, where's your security? I'm like, he's right there. I'm like, I don't think he needs a weapon. I think he is the weapon. So,
pretty much.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, I remember I went over to him during the show. I go, you standing in front of my door, I fear nothing. I fear nothing. I do. So
look over your shoulder,
Oh, no, I don't think I looked over my shoulder once that day. So... Derek, you have a job with me. Just know that. I'm going to make sure that like if as we grow, and if I have the opportunity to hire a bodyguard, I'll make sure that's all he has to do. He's not going to have to work multiple jobs. Yeah. Just do that.
He'll love it.
And then we can go in style to the Stony Brook games.
Yeah.
And then we can.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. Be all incognito. I can honestly say though, somebody that it's nice to see that. Family has such an importance, and that, he's so involved with what you're doing, and he's been involved with both of you, and everything that, he wants to see you succeed more than he wants to see himself succeed.
Yeah. Which
I think says a lot about a human being, and if we had parents across the country that, lived in such a way where they wanted their children to have a better life than them, I think we'd have a better world.
Yeah, definitely. I have friends that parents, their dad will, hire a trainer 3 days a week, expensive trainer to train their kids for them. And as long as I can remember, I was in a gym, whether I was just running around as a little kid, and Sam and him were lifting. But as soon as I could lift, I was powerlifting with them. And, it just came a part of my life where I didn't want to not have that. In my day-to-day life. Like, I couldn't imagine my life without, like, lifting or being in the weight room with him and him training me when it comes to lacrosse. But then, he always put in, like, my head as a little kid that this is what it takes. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, this is what it takes. This is what you have to do. And he was like, it's not going to be easy. You're going to have some setbacks, But I was ready for it, and I had a fire underneath me to be better than Sam and, make him proud, and everything that we did in the hours and hours and hours for as long as I can remember, putting in the work. I never wanted to, disappoint him or disappoint myself. So
Yeah.
that was kind of just a fire to always keep wanting to get better and better and better and pushing myself. So
I don't think that people have the drive at 44 that you have at 16. I don't. I know people that don't. You know, like, I know people that it's everybody take care of me. I just want to sit home and the world needs to, like, come to my doorstep and knock and give me what I want.
yeah.
You knock down the door.
Yeah.
And Stony Brook, as good as they are, I don't think that they even know what they have completely. Because this is nuts. I mean, you got a wolf joining the pack.
That's
I mean,
the funny thing is, our coaches don't even, I don't think they know yet.
And
that
that you're
my
the wolf?
nickname. Yeah.
Hey,
my
Stony
tattoo's
Brook?
coming soon.
yeah. Hey, Stony Brook, this is already a wolf. She's been a wolf since how long?
God.
When did your dad play
I
ball?
got that nickname, I want to say when I started school. So I want to say, like, school ball. So I want to say around, like, 7th grade. He kind of came, because, like, Sam had her nickname.
Yeah.
You know, and then she had, like, the tiger tattoo. And when I was on JV in 7th, he was like, I got to make up, you need a nickname for sports, too, and, like, your animal. And he kind of just came up with Wolf. And Wolfie was my nickname, always, or Woo. And,
why did he come up with Wolf?
No.
Derek, why'd you come up with Wolf? Write it in.
Yeah,
I want to know.
He will. But yeah, so you'll hear him at games. That's what he calls me. And like.
Oh, I can't wait to go to Stony Brook and just be like, when you score, just oh. That's I get some of that.
He'll scream like he'll be like, yeah, woo, like Wolf for short.
I'm gonna howl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna howl.
And everybody's like, what is he calling you? And I'm like, just.
The wolf.
But our deal, and I'm holding him to this.
Yeah.
He got his tattoo of myself, a portrait of me and a wolf on his forearm. He has that. And our deal for years was when I commit D1 that I get my tattoo.
Right. Because you don't have any tattoos.
No.
Okay.
No. I committed D1.
Yeah.
So, Dad.
Where's my tattoo?
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
The wolf. So, Stony Brook, this is a disclaimer. This is from Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora exclusively. You have a wolf joining the Seawolves, and a wolf is strongest within its pack. So the wolf has found her wolf pack.
Yeah.
The Seawolves. We're going to take a step aside for a fast break. It seems like what could only be named as close to a perfect fit as we could find. We'll take a step aside here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. We'll be back momentarily with more from Franny.
Avicoli's Restaurant, located right at the corner of Route 57 and Wetzel Road, is proud to be your local neighbor, growing with you for over 20 years. We're open 7 days a week for lunch, dinner, and drinks. For takeout, delivery, or catering, call us at 315-622-5100. When you order online and use our promo code ABS10, you will save 10% on your online purchase at myavicolis.com. And make sure to join us monthly for our live on-site broadcasts centered around Liverpool athletics. Avicoli's, your local, trusted neighbor right at the corner of Route 57 and Wetzel Road.
Having peace of mind when you're out of town that your furry-loving friend is safe and sound means taking them to Canine Campground, because we all know that when it comes to the love of our pets, it goes well beyond the call of duty to make sure they're safe and sound. Right, Lily? So take a ride to 242 Johnson Street in East Syracuse, New York, and see Canine Campground and where your dog will be staying in the classic cabin, the executive cabin, the grand cabin, or, of course, the luxury cabin, because if you know Lily, you know she loves luxury. Now you don't have to wait to the last minute to find a family member or a friend that'll take your dog for a few days. Call Canine Campground at 315-299-4013. That's 315-299-4013. Their drop-off and pickup times are Monday through Sunday. Check Canine Campground.com for more information. That's the letter K, the number 9, and campground spelled with a K.com. Canine Campground.com.
When you're going out of town, bring your dog to Canine Campground.
Trapper's Pizza Pub, located on 5950 Butternut Drive in East Syracuse. Right off of Bridge Street is your local community supporter right around the corner. Join us on site at Trapper's Pizza Pub for our live monthly broadcast supporting Central New York student athletes and their sports programs. Call 315-438-4444 for more information. And find us on Facebook and Instagram at Trapper's Pizza Pub. Trapper's Pizza Pub, your local community supporter right around the corner.
Cafe Cabal Mobile Cafe brings the cafe experience to you. We'll roll out to your neighborhood or office, ready to serve our locally crafted espresso bar to our loyal patrons. Inquire at cafecabal.com. Cafe Cabal, coffee for the soul.
Ma and Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory, located on 201 7th North Street in Liverpool, is home to over 40 flavors with more than 200 flavors in their total wheelhouse. Sky's the limit for this sweet and savory Central New York company. Keep it local at your parties, fundraisers, wedding showers, baby showers, and more by calling 315-450-MA-PA. That's 315-450-6272 for popcorn bars with custom flavors and colors at your upcoming event. Make sure to visit them on 201 7th North Street in Liverpool, New York. And for more information, go to maandpazsnacks.com. Ma and Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory. How corny are you? The Millhouse Market, located on 3790 New York 13 in Pulaski, New York, is worth the drive every time. Make sure you download their app on the Google Play or Apple App Store. You'll have their entire menu at your fingertips. The breakfast menu is only there, obviously, in the morning, so make sure you get to that app quick. And you have the entire menu, all of their sandwiches, over 30 different sandwiches, pizzas, and so much more made in their brick oven, as well as their homemade breads and their homemade desserts. The maple brownie, exquisite. The M&M cookie, absolutely amazing. And you can find all of this at your fingertips with contactless pay. And you can drive right up to their pickup window, not even have to leave your car, grab your food and go. The Millhouse Market, making it easy for us, it's safe for us in very strange times, unique times. They have been a consistent in our community in the most positive of ways. Make sure that you make that drive today to say thank you on 3790 New York 13 in Pulaski, New York, to the Millhouse Market. Worth the drive every time. With that being said, we're back here on Wake Up Call with Francesca Tortora hanging out here. We're going to do the ingredients to success in just a couple minutes. But this is the exclusive video.
Yes.
This is the exclusive audio. This is the exclusive interview. And I would like to think that if we weren't family, the relationship we had, I could still... I don't know, you'd have to tell me. Could I still pull an exclusive if we weren't family?
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
100%.
I could do it? I know what I'm doing in this broadcasting thing? Okay.
A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, somebody said that to me. I was like, how long have you been into it? And I was like, almost 18 years. And they're like, you probably got the hang of it. I'm like, I hope so.
I mean, I would have hoped by now.
I was like, it's like being a pilot going like, oh, I haven't crashed yet. You know, so I would like to think I know what I'm doing. But yes, so Fran is here with us. This is the exclusive video and audio fresh off of the verbal commitment. September 12th, you get the call from Coach early in September. September 12th, you go to visit. You say yes the night of September 12th, and you are verbally committed to being a Stony Brook Seawolf. I have to ask you, as I ask all recruits that come on the show, how committed is this commitment? Is a verbal as good as signing on the dotted line? Is this 1,000% yes?
Yeah, it's 1,000% yes.
Okay, so you're done.
Yeah, I'm done.
You're done. You knew that you wanted to be
I
a
found
Seawolf.
my home for the next 4 years.
All right. Stony Brook, you get that. What does it mean to you to represent CNY on a team that is so much from Long Island?
It means everything. You know, I like just to see the type of athletes and the type of lacrosse players that have came out from his program.
Yeah.
You know, and just they're all, you know, Long Island girls for the most part, and for me to be able to bring some light that upstate girls, you know, can do it too is just really cool. You know, that I can represent where I'm from and the lacrosse players and the teams I play for is really cool.
And for you, I mean, to do this, he doesn't typically recruit up here. Right? So it doesn't have to. I mean, he's got so much on the island.
Yeah.
So are you the first representative of CNY, or is there somebody else in history?
There might be a couple in history, I'm not sure, but
Okay.
very few.
So very few representation when it comes to this area.
Yeah.
I mean, if we look at the Stony Brook roster now for 2021, we're looking at Long Beach, New York, Oakdale, New York, Medford, New York, Philly, Eastport, New York, Mount Sinai, New York, Northport, New York, Blue Point, New York, Dunbarton, New Hampshire. I don't think I've ever seen this word before. Akabogie, New York. So I'm sorry if I got that wrong. St. James, New York, West Islip, New York, Eastport, New York, Manhasset, New York, North Babylon, New York, Port Jefferson Station, New York, Long Beach, New York, Baldwin, New York, Babylon, New York, Islip, New York, Port Jefferson Station, New York again, Mount Sinai again, Rocky Point, Bayport, New York, Dix Hills, New York, West Hampton, New York, Long Beach again, Wading River, New York, North Babylon, New York, Rockville Center, New York, East Setauket, New York, Houston, Texas. That's a total like off the radar one. East Islip, New York, Manorville, New York, Rocky Point again, Syosset, New York. We have in Ontario, Canada, Wading River again, Smithtown, New York, Mount Sinai, and Garden City. So that's just Island, Philly, Island, Texas. So, yeah.
So, yeah. I'm going to learn how to be a Long Island girl, for sure.
Yeah. And what can you say about Coach Joe? I mean, I know we talked about him a little bit, but what else do you like about him?
Everything. He, just the way he treats his girls and the way that you can tell his passion, you know, and it's like his team is one big family, which I love. And, you know, I watched the game at the Dome, SU versus Stony Brook, obviously, when they beat Stony Brook, which was insane. And you just saw how into the game he was, and you know how he was riding for his girls, and you know you don't get that at every single program. You really don't. And there's just something about, you know, his relationship with his girls and the chemistry of their team that's special compared to every other program. That sets them apart.
And I didn't see any Central New York on that current team except for you coming in.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're repping us.
Yeah.
You're repping the Q's. You're repping Central New York.
Right.
You're repping upstate. You're repping where there's grass. You're repping backyard lawns. You're repping front yard lawns, which nobody knows about in New York City. So I mean, you're repping a lot. You're repping hills, the fall, trees. Also repping trees. So you got a lot to represent.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it's awesome. Like that's so cool.
Yeah, you get to literally put CNY on your back and show people on the island what Central New York is made of.
Yeah.
So you're showing them Franny and I mean, do you like the? I mean, I don't think anything. I think when you're challenged, you love it. I don't think anything makes you shy away. But is it scary that you're putting New York or Central New York on your back?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a reason why he stays on the island. You know, there's a reason why he recruits Long Island girls. You know, They love lacrosse and they are crazy good at lacrosse and they bring a different style of game when they play.
And they're probably tough as nails.
Right.
You
So
know?
I can't wait to, you know, bring my strength there and just have him teach me everything that these girls already know. Like, I cannot wait. So just to merge their playing style and all of that into my game already is just, I can't wait.
And we gotta check the roster. Is anybody wearing number 21? That's it.
He actually said that nobody is going to have my number for when I come on.
Oh, word.
So that's pretty cool. No one's got my number.
So is it hopefully safe to say you could be wearing your number?
Yes, pretty safe to say that I could be wearing my
Which is
number.
also, and we didn't know that this was each
No.
other's number,
I
so.
don't have to get a new charm, which is pretty cool.
Right. So, and the good thing about that is I get to wear Tortora 21, which is I already wear that.
Right.
So that works very much for me, and I'm very excited about everything that is to come. So this is great. So this is the official verbal commitment video from Fran Tortora. Fran, for you, what has been your biggest, when you look back to adversity in your life, what can you say was one of those moments that getting this opportunity with Stony Brook and saying yes, you really feel like, wow, I came, like, you just take that deep, like everything I've been through, I took that deep breath and I'm here now.
Yeah. I think it probably, like, the biggest kind of setback would probably when I got hurt last summer. In that just recovering, and, you know, that was another thing that my dad had a huge part in, you know, because it was like, am I done, or, you know, you thought about whether you're ever going to be the same player that you were.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's a big thing for something that you worked your whole life for, and then in a, like that it could have been all taken away. And he was just like, nope. no, we're going to get through this. You know, we're going to take it day by day. We're going to, you know, we're still lifting every day. We're still training every day. We're going to get you what you need. But, you know, we came back 10 times harder, 10 times stronger. And, you know, I think that was kind of to, you know, recover from that. And then, like, commit. It's just, that was really, it meant a lot.
Yeah, because, I mean, your recovery was something that you were really looking forward to, getting back on the field, and then Corona happens, and
literally,
and you had to go through all that.
Yeah.
I mean, and that, I guess, you know, going through everything that you went through, and then coming back, and then you're coming back, but then you can't come back because there's no season.
Right.
What did that teach you about life? Because everything that happened was out of your control, right? You know, going through any type of injuries out of your control, and then going through Corona's out of all of our control.
Yeah, and I think this school season was really hard to be taken away, just because, you know, for seniors, you know, like, there's that factor, but our record last year was horrible. Yeah. You know, let's not sugarcoat it. It was horrible. So, as a team,
Franny was not happy. That's what they're trying to
I was not. Yeah. So, but I was a captain, and, you know, I've been working with some of the girls on my team, you know, through all of this, and it's like, this was our chance. This was our comeback. Yeah. You know, and I could see us in this upcoming season. Obviously, we're going to be a lot better. But that was our comeback season. Yeah. That was our, you know, CNS is going to be an easy win. No, we're not. You know, and so there was that kind of for a comeback season, and then for my personal reason, it was also a comeback season. Right. You know, coming back from, you know, an injury. So it was like 2 comeback seasons. You know, everyone was ready. And nope. So and COVID just said, "This is not your comeback season."
So you go through all of that personally, and then you go through
as a team,
and then as a team, and amidst all of that crazy, and all that's out of your control, Stony Brook gives you the phone call and says, "You're worth it."
Yeah.
So sometimes being in the eye of the storm is the safest place to be. I mean, sometimes when there is a tornado happening, there is good that can come from it.
Yeah, he was like the light at the end of the tunnel, you know.
And not just any light, a big old giant, like, hey, we can vie for a national championship light.
Right,
so.
And that's their goal. You know, it's not to win.
Well, he said he wants to win a national championship and make you an All-American.
Yeah, it's not to win, you know, a championship in their conference. It's to win a national championship.
Yeah.
So, sky's definitely the limit with that program.
Yeah, because they've been running it for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, and it's amazing to look at the nation and to say that, you know, Stony Brook's not that far away from Syracuse, and they're either at the top in the country or they're really, really close.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is real.
Yeah.
And you got an opportunity.
Yeah.
And you committed with a couple of years to go.
Yeah.
So
I have 2 years before I even step on their field.
right.
And that is just so more, I feel like you kind of get two kinds of players when you commit, and it's either the ones that kind of sit on their butt and are like, all right, well, I committed D1. Well,
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm good, yeah.
I'm going to try for the next 2 years. Or there's, okay, now I'm going to work my butt off until I get there. And
Yeah.
I need to get 2 times stronger than I already am, 2 times faster, get my stick skills 2 times faster.
Well, you and I talked about it yesterday off the air, that exactly that. People say, I got it, and they don't think about the fact you can lose it.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you stop working, then, that's the thing. Like, you get it, and that should push you and fuel you even more to be ready. I mean, you got an opportunity with Stony Brook. You verbally committed to Stony Brook.
That just gave me another level of fire.
Right. And you just don't want to be on the roster.
No.
You want to be out there.
Right.
And, that's going to command a lot out of you, so you can't stop. You got to keep going. It's kind of like, for me to say, I've done this show as long as I've done it. I've had it for this many years. What am I, you know what I mean? But it's like, oh, well, I own my own company now, so I don't have a boss. I can mail it. No, I make myself, and anybody in my family and friends can tell you, they're like, you're your own boss, and you make yourself work more.
Yeah.
They're like, you made yourself edit for,
Right.
like, I did a show on Friday. The show's 2 hours.
Yeah.
On Friday, I called it a Jerry Lewis telethon. I did a over 4-hour show, just because we had extra information to get through.
Yeah.
And after doing the 4-hour show, I took about a 15-minute break. Then I did a video.
Right.
Then I edited. So from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., it was like nonstop in the studio.
Yeah.
I didn't have a boss ride me going, you have to do this.
Right. It was you.
It was me.
Self-motivation.
So I think, self-motivation is good with the Tortoras. But self-motivation is the best motivation.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you that I don't know this coach personally, but I can probably be very, very potentially sure that he would rather have self-motivators than people that he has to go wake up and tell them to go lift and practice and run and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to win a national championship, you're not babysitting.
No.
And nobody's got babysat. I think you probably babysat yourself for the last 10 years. Probably did it, right? The dogs babysat you.
Probably.
How are the dogs?
They're doing good.
They're good?
Yeah.
How big are these monsters now?
I think they got bigger. I walked both of them at the same time yesterday.
That's
a big mistake.
Yeah, that's not smart. They could probably pull a sled in Alaska right now.
But yeah, they're doing good.
They're doing good.
Yep.
My monster's hanging off here in the corner, doing her thing, loving Lily. She comes and licks us and jumps on us and all that stuff during the show. She's so little. And it's funny. She was moving around doing stuff. As soon as I mentioned her, she curled up really quiet in a ball. She's like, don't talk about me. Don't. So, but very happy for you, Fran. And I don't think there's enough I can say about it. I really don't. I mean, I don't know if, congrats is enough. I love the fact that you and I, because as much as we're family, I didn't see you growing up.
Right.
And so I made the choice to reach out to Derek, and through that, got to know you. And these last couple of years, I can honestly say that consistent love, consistent positivity, answering the phone, texting me back,
Right.
doing stuff together, you have been like a ride or die from the moment that I was like, I want to talk to Fran.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
I can tell any coach out there, any human being out there, that when you care about something and you commit to something and you have a relationship with something, you're good to it, and you definitely have done right in my life and came into my life at a time where I really needed a light. So I appreciate that.
Thanks. Thank you for reaching out.
Well, you got me forever now.
Yeah.
You got an older brother forever. I don't know what older brother means when it comes to having to protect you, because you can more than protect yourself. But I always told you, if you want an older brother, you got one on this side.
Yes.
So I love this girl. I'm very proud of her. Stony Brook, you are getting the best, and you're not only that, but CNS, like I told y'all with Eric Dungy, you have her for 2 more years. Show up to the games, buy apparel. Go to CNS, cheer, love them up when they lose, love them up when they win. Hopefully they're not losing much.
No.
And
not again. It's not happening this year.
But definitely go out to the games and support your local community. Central New York has fantastic talent. It comes in basketball. It comes in lacrosse. It comes in... I mean, I've talked to everybody. I've talked to bowling. I've talked to, what marching bands are doing here in our community, and football and so on and so forth. If you go to just to CNS, Mike Washington Jr. just shy of 20 offers. And Syracuse is going to probably, whether they admit it or not, they're going to regret that one. He believes it. I believe it. Yet another running back not coming to Syracuse, not recruited by Syracuse. So, Mike, congratulations on Buffalo. I told him I got to go out to Buffalo and see him.
Definitely.
So, Mike Washington Jr., I got to shout out JJ, who came on the show and got an offer right after the show, which is all you, JJ. But if you want to give me a little bit of credit, because, you came on and then, the next day you got an offer. So, all my guys, Max White, love Max. Max got an offer. Max got an opportunity.
Max is just the best human being ever. The happiest human being ever. He's never upset. He's
like I go in and I always see my teachers and I go, "How's your day?"
Right. And he
how
just
you
gives
guys doing?
everyone a hug. That's just how he is. He's awesome.
Hey Max, when Governor Cuomo and the rest of the people allow us to hug each other again, we're gonna go on a hugging spree. Max and I, we're just gonna we're gonna do random acts of hugging.
He's just so happy.
We're gonna go into the community. We're just gonna hug. Hey, you need a hug today. We're just gonna hug somebody. So I could, that would be a pretty cool video. Max and I doing random signs of affection. He'd be with it. So Max, and to everybody that's out there, I definitely appreciate everyone at CNS that's been so amazing, and it starts at the top. And Tim Bednarski, the AD at CNS, has done a lot of good stuff. It's been good to me, and so I appreciate that. I appreciate all the teams that I've covered out there. And like I said before, make sure you go out and you see this lacrosse team, show them some love, and go out and see Franny and enjoy her while you got her, because then she'll be on the island and she'll be going all over the country. Because then Notre Dame and the Dukes and the Floridas and the Syracuses and y'all play everybody.
We'll
North
back
Carolina.
in the dome.
Oh yeah, you're ready for that.
I am.
She's ready now. The new dome,
Yes.
which is called the Dome. Not the Carrier Dome, it's just the Dome now. It's just a dome. So, whatever the dome's name is going to be, and whenever fans can be allowed back. And what the other good thing is you got time, and hopefully, God willing, my Lord, by then we'll be able to put fans back in the seats again.
Yes.
So.
I'm sure my dad will be in a tree with binoculars.
Oh, yeah, he'll be there. You're not keeping,
he'll be there somewhere.
not keeping Derek away.
Him, but he'll be there.
I'm going to be in one tree and I'll be like, ow, ow! And he's going to be, ow! Get it back to me. Make sure that we know. We need to kind of maybe record something and just have those, and when you score, we could just hit a button.
I cannot. With you guys.
We're just going to hit the button. So, but it's funny because I already have a connect to Stony Brook because my guy John Kinder, who played football at Syracuse, he went there.
Really?
So yeah, so to me it was like I've already been around Stony Brook, and I think this is my favorite logo. I'm gonna put it up again. I think this is my favorite one that they've ever had. I would
That's
that
so cool.
like this on right over here. So yeah, that on a hat, that on a T-shirt. That is an angry. That wolf is rabid.
Yes.
That wolf is. It looks like it's
an angry wolf.
It was outside. It's gotten rained on. It's cold. It hasn't eaten in days. This is the wolf with the hair standing up on its back that you do not want to meet in the forest like that. Which is you, Fran. As kind and as sweet as you are, I would not want to meet you on a lacrosse field.
Yep.
So, unless I'm on your team. And so Stony Brook's getting a real one. For you to go through this recruitment, was it like what you thought it would be? Totally different than what you thought it would be?
No, it was so not what I expected.
Okay.
At all. COVID definitely did a whole 180. It's like this is
Yeah.
and it's hard because this is what we've been doing travel lacrosse since 6th grade. And it's like, okay, yep, we're playing now. College coaches aren't going to be at your games, but we're working towards when they open up your class.
Yeah.
This is why you play travel. And it's like, we all knew the process was, it's changed throughout the years. But it was we knew what we were getting into. Like, it was a pretty routine,
Yeah.
Tournaments, they're going to watch you, September 1st.
Yeah, I mean, you were doing stuff all through the summer. You went
Right.
from one to another to another to
That's
another.
what you do in summer. And they can't talk to you, but they watch.
Yeah.
And then September 1st, they call.
Call you.
So it was different because we didn't have September 1st. They were finishing up the class of 2021.
Yeah.
And then, like, they were opening us to using, different websites and sports recruits with, your resume and your highlight video and film, full game film. So, yeah.
So it was a very different, obviously a very different time for you. And out of this very different, adverse moment that made no sense, that we had no control over, you got offered and committed to the top, if not the top 2 team in the nation. Yeah. No big deal.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's said it yet.
I was like, has it hit you yet?
No, it definitely hasn't. You'll ask, actually, when I was in the car with Beardsley, the family I went up to, to Long Island this past weekend, shout out to them to making it the most fun trip I could have ever had.
Rick Beardsley and the crew.
Yeah. So
he's always on 10.
Oh, always. There's never a moment.
There's a Kendrick Lamar song called "Are You on 10 Yet?" The answer would be yes. If you're Rick Beardsley. I don't think he knows Corona happened.
No.
Because he was just go, 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 go. Like, he didn't stop. He's one of those guys just making it happen,
Yeah. So so we went and we walked on campus, and then we got back in the car, and, like, I did not say, like, I did not speak for, like, 15 minutes. And he was just like, Franny is shook. Like, Franny is shook, and I was just like, yeah. So it didn't set in there, and then when I committed, I was just like, oh my god, this happened.
You committed,
And then still, now after, and I just got so much love from, like, people that I haven't talked to in years.
Yeah.
Reaching out, texting me, or commenting on my Instagram. It was just so much love that it was awesome.
Did you hear from anybody on the team?
Yeah, so we had a couple recruits, 2 of the other girls that have recruited in my class.
Yeah.
We've all reached out to each other. So that's pretty cool. You're already starting to build the bond between your class, and you have 2 years until you get on the team.
And the thing that's really, really cool, again, to really push this point home, is that they don't be, with everything going on with Corona, there's not a lot of spots.
No.
So the fact that they recruited Central New York, and that person was you, and that you're on a list of, there's three of you that would be coming in for 2022? Is that what it is?
As of right now.
There's 3.
And then he's going to recruit a couple more, definitely.
But that's a small list.
Class.
Yeah. Going to Stony Brook.
Yeah.
That's insane. It's awesome. So we're going to get into the last portion of today's show. We're going to just run you right into it, and that is the ingredients to success, proudly presented by Abicolis on the corner of Route 57 and Wetzel Road in Liverpool, New York. They are available at myabicolis.com. That's myabicollis.com. If you use the promo code AVS10 at checkout online only, you can get 10% off. That's AVS10. That is your promo code to use. You can also call them at 315-622-5100. And Monday through Thursday, you can dine in on the pizza side or the dining room in the bar from 4 to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and on Sunday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And now that football's back, y'all know you're getting pizza and wings. So make sure you make a call. The ingredients to success, come up with a topic every Tuesday to round out the show. And the ingredients, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this for you, Fran. So you get to sit back and to just listen to this. You'll have a rebuttal at the end. But my ingredients to success, I would say the topic is achieving the unthinkable, achieving your dreams. And I would tell you the ingredients from talking with you, from sitting with you, and from you and I both chasing things. I would say the ingredients to achieving your dreams are to, number 1, shut off all the other channels. And what I mean by that is, shut off everybody else that's talking.
Yep.
Because you can't watch your favorite show if you got a bunch of TVs on, you can't hear the show. And I think that maybe that's a really good way of telling you to shut out the outside noise, is if I want to watch Big Brother, I'm not sitting next to, 900 other televisions that have their volume up. I'm just listening to the show I want to watch. Be the show you want to watch. Shut off the outside noise. Dan, how do I do it? Pray. Take a deep breath. Talk to yourself. Take a walk. Tell yourself it's going to be okay. The thoughts of other people are exactly that. Their thoughts. They should never trump your thoughts of yourself. They should never trump how you feel that God thinks of you, or whatever you believe in. But I can tell you with utter certainty that whether you listen to what people say or you don't, they're still going to say it, they're still going to think it, but your dreams are yours to have. So you can listen or not listen, but guess what? If you don't listen, they're talking. If you listen, they're talking. They never shut up. They are the Jerry Lewis telethon. They never shut up. In a bad way, though. I like Jerry Lewis. This is like a telethon for something you don't like. This is like the Kardashians doing a telethon. Would you listen to the Kardashians for 24 hours? I wouldn't listen to them for 5 seconds.
You're such a hater.
I'm throwing real shade, like from a giant tree. But the reality of it all is, I don't like the mother more than anything. But I don't. Kris Jenner is like, if the devil ever took off his mask and it was like, oh my God, that's what's under that, maybe it's Kris Jenner. Okay, I just called her the devil on my show. But the reality of it all, hey, look, my ex's mom's no longer the devil. But she's gone to somebody else now. No, she's the +1 of the devil. I got in an argument with my ex, and she said to me, after arguing for 2 hours, and total waste of time, she said to me, she's like, can we just stop for a second? And I said, what? She goes, I haven't listened to you for the last hour. And I was like, why? And she said, you called my mom the devil. And I was like, I did not call your mother the devil.
You implied it?
I said she was the spawn of Satan. I said, if Satan had a +1 to a dinner party or a wedding, he would call your mother first out of respect. That is what I said. I didn't say she was the devil. I just said she's the one the devil would call first. That's all I said. And I was like, now can we continue with our fight? Because I'd love to continue. So, with that being said, that had nothing to do with what I was talking about. It just, the Kardashians provoked me. Kris Jenner provoked me. But, no, the ingredients to success for living your dreams are to believe in yourself, shut out the outside noise. I don't know how people do it without faith. You could try. I don't know how far you get. So you got to put God up first, to me at least. Tight circle. Surround yourself with good people. Mm-hmm. When you can't trust somebody, they don't need to be in your circle. Mm-hmm. Blood doesn't mean anything. It's how you treat people. And if anybody's offended by me saying that, well, then you're probably somebody in my family that isn't there.
Blood doesn't make you family.
No, family makes you family. Yep. And, it's like I tell people all the time, if you haven't shown up in my life in 6 years, and you don't care about me, and you don't care about anything that's gone on with me, then, how can we call each other family? Right. And I think the reality of it all is you got to surround yourself with a tight-knit group. None of them can be yes people. They have to tell you the truth. They got to love you up. They got to be constructive and kind, but they have to be honest. Because why would you want to see somebody go off a cliff that you love? And so I would say that's another ingredient. Knowing that you're in control of you. You have no control over literally anything else in this life except for 3 things. Your thoughts, your actions, and your words. That's all you have control over. And so I would say, you have to be personally responsible. You have to work hard. You have to believe in yourself. And you can't care about what other people say. If they're saying all the great things about you, that's great. If they're saying horrible things about you, that's great too. You have to always love yourself, because anybody in any world that has a spotlight on them will tell you that they love you when they love you when they want to, and they hate you when they don't. And there's a rap song that says, there's a song I listened to recently that says, you don't control how long they love you for.
Right.
And so if you're relying on the world to love you forever, you're going to lose. you have to love you forever.
Right.
Because you're the person, you are the only person, you got to think about it like this. You could have a ride or die, and if you have that, it's amazing. But the reality of it all is you are, for a fact, the only person that you'll ever go to bed with every day, wake up with every day, talk to every day, see every day, have feelings for every day. You're the only person. So if you don't take care of yourself, then nothing else can fall into place, and your happiness is yours to own, nobody else's. So make sure you own it, and own it with everything that you have. So with all those ingredients, did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
I will tell you, Fran, and I'm gonna look at Fran when I say this. We're gonna have a moment, but I know that I'll continuously be more proud of you. I know that everything that you do in your life from here, I'm excited to see. I'm happy that I'm a part of it. I'm happy that you want me to be here. I'm happy that this has nothing to do with blood. It has to do with I reached out and you answered the phone.
Right.
And so I can honestly tell you that I'm going to be here for every up and every down. I hope to God that I'm on that call list if you ever need me.
Of course.
And I hope when the good stuff happens, as happened here, that we'll talk. And hopefully there's not much any bad ever, but if there ever is, that we will talk.
Of course.
And I hope that you know that I love you with everything I got.
Thank you
Screw
for
Corona,
having
we're
me.
hugging. I love this girl. I'm so proud of her, and you should be too. And I don't think there's enough words to tell you that lacrosse is one thing, but every day that God wakes you up and you're happy, and I get to see you happy and succeed, I will always be happy. So I hope you live to be 150, and I hope every year is better than the one before.
I hope so too.
With that being said, I guess I picked a good time to do this because now we're doing rapid fire. And I've been so nice and so kind,
nice.
so maybe she'll be nice to me. We'll see. But no, I mean everything I say. So we're gonna do a trio, 3 back and forth. Who's starting? You starting? I'm starting. Okay. What is the one song that you have to play right now more than any other song?
Oh God.
I have so many. My Pandora is killing it yesterday.
See, it depends. Like, what are we going to the gym? Are we going, like, I have different...
We're sitting in your room, and it's just you time, just time to relax. So that song, and then we're doing a gym song. Let's do one and one.
So...
We'll do a song when you're just hanging out.
My relax song would probably be this country playlist that I just made.
Okay.
So let's go with Some Girls by Jameson Rogers.
I know that song.
Yep.
I like that song.
So we'll go with that. And then for a gym song, we'll go Got It On Me by Pop Smoke.
Okay.
My dad's been into that song.
Okay. All right.
He replays it 30 times while we work out.
Nice.
I know every word backwards.
Yeah, there's songs that I've been playing on repeat.
Right.
Like every time I hear it, I just
have to.
Yeah. There's some good ones that I found. I never knew much about Nipsey Hussle, and now that I listen to it, I mean I really do. There's stuff that I like, and then my buddy Evan played. What did he play for me? It's a new song by Big Sean. It's called "Harder Than My Demons."
I'll listen to it.
Yeah, God's got me working harder than my demons. That's the thing. So yeah, that's he said this song is perfect for. He said you should listen to the Big Sean album because it's very much Dan Tortora, like, kind of your mission and being above everything that's, all the stuff that's trying to knock you down. What's your first thing for me?
Would you ever get Lily a friend? 2
Uh,
dogs.
I love dogs, but I don't want. I'm like selfishly mindset, like her wise, like I want her to have all my love. I do. Like
She's
I want.
So spoiled.
I know she is, but she spoils me too. So I'm gonna pick her up. If we're gonna talk about you, you're gonna come up here. Look at the monster.
Like,
Look at the goose. She's getting a haircut tomorrow because she's gotten so fluffy. She looks like a Build-A-Bear right now. Hey, baby, can I get a kiss? All right, thank you. Go back to your regularly scheduled program now. But yeah, no, I I love dogs, but I feel like every time I pick another dog up, I like feel bad that I'm not picking her up. So I know. I listen. I want to have more than one kid. Like human children. Like human children, I want to have more than one. So my second question for you. What is the one thing that Corona took away that you want back more than anything? She's such a jerk, right?
I'm not going to say anything about the recruiting process because obviously that worked out amazing and I'm thankful for the way that went. But I want to say probably my school season. You know, you only get... I mean, I was lucky enough to be on varsity for 5 years, which a lot of people, you know, it's only, 3, 4, maybe even 2.
Yeah.
But I got 5 years with my varsity team, which is amazing. But that's the thing. But you look at it, looking from last year's point of view, I would have only had 3 years left.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And you're never going to get that sophomore season back.
Yeah.
So... I definitely would want a sophomore school season. And I think I can speak for every athlete. You know, it sucked, you know. Football players, it's like what's happening to them now is what happened to us last year. It's like dangling a carrot in front of your face.
Yeah.
Like,
you can practice, but you can't play yet.
But you can't play. Oh, they just got moved to the 21st. Oh, now it got moved to the 16th. Oh, now it's canceled. And, you're just, you're training. Like, you're still going to have a season.
Yeah.
Still trying to stay positive, and, like, you do all that, and they do it for, like, 2 months. And then they're like, no season.
Yeah.
Which I pray to God that doesn't happen to anybody this
I
year.
can't snap like you can. You need to teach me how to snap. I cannot snap. I can't. It's just so crisp, and it's on both sides. We need to teach me. What's your next one for me?
Oh, God, I didn't even think. I was so focused on that question.
That's what I do as a broadcaster. I get you so focused on, so you're not ready. No, I don't do that.
Oh, this is a good one. Okay, out of all of my games for this upcoming school season, what game will you not miss? Like, who are you most excited to watch for, like my opponent? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is it like a CNS Liverpool, CNS?
I'm going to bring it up right now.
Right.
I want to look at it. Okay. So...
I don't know if they have the schedule posted.
Do they have it posted yet?
They'll probably have the one from last year, so...
Upcoming events. Oh, look at
There's my face.
who's on the front. It's you. 'Tis you. All right. They don't have the schedule up here yet. Okay, so run me through them then.
So we have FM,
Okay.
West Jenny, Beeville, Liverpool. It's pretty much the core.
I would probably say,
That's like our section.
yeah, I would have to say, because I know a lot of the student athletes from both, I'd probably say the West Jenny game.
Really?
Yeah, probably say the West Jenny game.
It's gonna be a fun one.
And nobody can get mad at me because I love you all and I support you all. But if you come to the game and you see, like, if Fran's playing,
You're wearing CNS. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm wearing Tortora, so I mean it's like you can't really
That rivalry goes back for.
But nobody can get mad at me for loving you.
No.
This is my little sister.
I don't know what to tell you guys.
Right? It's like we're cousins, but now it's like push that out. You're my sister now.
Yep.
So can a brother not support a sister?
No, you have to.
That's math, right? I mean, it's just normal.
I say
science.
Jenny's gonna be a good game. Gotta say Liverpool is probably gonna be the
That was my other one I was gonna pick.
entertaining
Yeah.
to watch. I gotta say.
I was gonna pick that one too.
Whenever we play Liverpool, it's like the football boys come and watch that Liverpool game.
Oh,
That's how entertaining it is. They don't even know lacrosse.
It's gonna be good. My final question for you, Fran, is: if you had a mission statement for your life, one sentence that describes Fran Tortora, what would it say? And why?
God.
I'm gonna lean,
That's a question you gotta text me.
I'm gonna lean back and relax and let you do it.
Like one statement that describes like me, like in my whole life, kind of.
Yeah, just who you are. What would you want if you could tell people nothing else than one sentence about you? What would it say?
I would say, your setback, or your comeback is always greater than your setback. Isn't that the same?
I like that.
You know, you're always, you're gonna have setbacks, but
I'll put that up.
as long as you come back even stronger, then that's kind of goes along with the layers, you are as a person.
Yeah.
You
Your comeback
Yeah.
is always better than your setback.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's good.
Even though my comeback season got taken away.
Yeah, you just
Thanks,
got
Rona.
recruited by, a top tier coach, and it's not a big deal. It's fine. Rona couldn't take it all.
No, Rona could not take it all.
God is stronger than Rona.
Yes.
That's my t-shirt. God is stronger than Rona. What's your last one for me?
Let's see.
My answer is B. No.
What? Alright, give me your top 5 favorite restaurants in Syracuse.
You
gotta fit like every category. So you gotta.
Do they have to be in order?
No.
Okay.
You can't rate. You could have a Mexican place and a pasta place.
Oh, that's true
can't
because
really
you
go-
want me to have different. Okay.
Yeah, like.
Well, see, I
You
don't.
can't do all Italian. I mean, you could, but
Could.
one Mexican night, you got your favorite Mexican place.
I had one of the strangest, and it's going to be part of my comedy set. It's my 4th of July trip this past year.
Oh, you told me.
The one girl that said to me, she goes, "Can we talk about how Syracuse doesn't have good pizza?" I was like, "That's like talking about heaven doesn't have angels. What are you talking like?
Yep.
Syracuse doesn't have good. Who has good pizza then?"
The South? Like, what is she talking about?
I really like that pizza in Knoxville, Tennessee. Like, Syracuse is pizza.
Can't teach.
I think one of the
you can't fix stupid.
You can't change crazy. You can't fix stupid. I think if you pull back one of the layers of us, there's pizza in there. There's a pizza layer to every Italian. But okay, so my top.
Pizza.
We know pizza. We know when it sucks.
I work at a pizza place.
We know good pizza. I want pizza now.
I know.
Why? If you say pizza enough, it's like Beetlejuice. It appears. So I would say my top Chinese spot is China Wong
Okay.
in Liverpool.
Okay.
The place is fantastic. I get General Tso's chicken. This is what I get. If anybody wants to do something nice for me, and General Tso's chicken
Okay.
with shrimp fried rice and an egg roll, some wonton soup. I General Tso's. That's every time. So I'm gonna say China Wong. There's also another place in DeWitt that my buddy goes to, and I don't know the name of it because he ordered food for us this past week. But definitely China Wong because it took me forever and a day to find a good Chinese place here. I'm gonna say them. I would say. What else I want to choose for? It's so hard for like Spanish food because I feel like. I guess Papagayo because I love their homemade chips and I like their chicken enchiladas, but I still haven't found a place that I would like legitimately swear by for that. So I'll say Papagayo.
To be determined for that.
TBD, yeah. For ice cream, it's Carvel. I mean, who's talking about what now? So.
Oh, I totally disagree.
What?
Plank Road ice cream
Oh my
is
gosh.
the best ice cream in Syracuse. By far.
Franny's not talking right now. It's a Carvel show, Franny. No, we've always gotten Carvel in the family. Well, I mean, we've worked together for 11 years, but I've had Carvel forever. I would.
Dad's ice cream spot, the ice cream cakes, he swears by.
Nobody makes an ice cream cake like
No,
Carvel.
ice cream cake, they got that.
That's done.
Down pat.
I love when people go, they got an ice cream cake, and I go, from where? And if they don't say Carvel, I'm like when they're like,
Yeah,
oh, it's
no.
from, I'm like, then
I
it's
feel
not
like
an ice cream cake.
I actually feel like I've never had an ice cream cake that's not from Carvel. I
That's
feel like
right.
people always just buy their ice cream cakes.
Cookie cake, Mrs. Fields.
Really? I
And
love cookie cake.
They still
I
have.
always do Wegmans.
Well, they have those are good too, but they have one in Waterloo, in the Waterloo outlets. They have a Mrs. Fields, and they have like cookie cake, cupcake. They have
So it's like all the different like.
And the girl that I dated, that you told me that if I had told you I was dating her, you would have told me not to. She went to Mrs. Fields, and it was
Which one?
Word. Hold on, let me just. So, but we were at Mrs. Fields out there, right? And so when you're like dating somebody and you talk about like what you're getting, I'm thinking like, oh, what are we getting?
Right.
Like, what are we sharing? You know what I mean? So there's like 3 of like the cookie cupcakes with the fudge left. She's like, so I'm gonna get 3 of those. Or she's like, I'm gonna get all 4 of those, the 4 that they have left. I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. And then she looked at me and she goes, what are you getting? And I was like, you're ordering like almost, it was the end of the day. I said, there's like nothing left after you order. I said, so I'm looking at her and the guy's looking at me and I'm trying to have this conversation with her without fighting with her, without embarrassing, because you're in public.
Right.
And there's all these people around. And I'm going, are you really that selfish? And she's kind of looking at me like, yeah. And I was like, but I thought I said, can you leave one for me? And she's just like, no. So he goes, what do you want? And I look at him and I go, I literally said this. I looked at her while he asked me and I go, I guess I'm getting whatever's left in your display because she has taken it all. And so we get back to the house and she looks at me and she goes, I guess you can have a bite of this one. And I was like, you're going to eat all these by your... And that was her thing, was like, I'm going to hoard all these desserts and eat them in front of you because I want them. I'm ordering first so that you can't have them. So I can't wait to go back to Mrs. Fields and be like, I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to go there at 9 a.m. and be like, I'm going to have that and I'm going to have that. And I, like a normal human being, are going to be like, what do you want to share, Fran? I'm going to share with Fran. And I remember, like, she was driving, so she got pretzel bites. And after she did all that to me, I'm like, I'm eating those pretzel bites like as fast as I could just to make sure that if I had 30, she had 29. Mm-hmm. I'm not like that. But that day, I was like, how are you going to be that selfish? Like, I thought she gets 2, I get 2. She's like, I'm going to take all the... And then like, he got to me, and I was like... She goes, well, do you want that? I go, no, but there's nothing left unless I want to get a giant cake.
Right.
You know? There was nothing left in the window.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you can pick the soda, and they didn't have Coke Zero. And she goes, well, then I guess I get what I was like... What would you have done, Fran, if you were there with us?
Probably would have left her there.
Fran she is now responsible for choosing my next girlfriend.
Yeah, you're done with that responsibility.
I'm done with that responsibility. I put that in your hands. I trust you, because I'm savage, but I think you're more savage. You're going to be cut. You can see things I can't see. Yeah. So, I'm going to say, I would say Mrs. Fields for cookie cakes.
Okay, so that's 3.
Okay. And I put Carvel in there for ice cream.
Yeah.
Italian, that's so hard for me.
I know. Well, because, like...
The best veal is Avicoli's. The best veal
right,
Parmesan.
And that's what I'm saying. So if you're in the mood for veal, you go to Avicoli's.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're in the mood for a certain kind of pasta, then you may go to Francesca's or Joe. Like, it's different.
I love making my pasta. Like, I make the
too.
butter noodle stuff. Oh, my God. I love the shrimp and stuff. I make it home. But I would say, what are we missing? I like core a lot now. I've been going to core a lot since you. Like, a lot. Get my $30
Actually,
salad.
I'm going to my papa's work after this and getting him core.
Oh, that's good.
I got him hooked on it.
It's so
good. Of course,
good.
he gets the most, like, unhealthy thing at core. But,
I get the Southwest chicken one with... Oh, yeah. No, I love the Southwest. I get the spicy chicken, though, now.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about core. I never knew that they're supposed to offer you bread.
Yes.
And when I went with Fran, they're like,
but...
would you like bread? And I was like, is that because Fran is here? Because you never offer me bread. And to this day, I went to a different location, and I was like, are you going to offer us bread? And they're like, oh, yeah, you can have bread. And I was just like, so what is this? Like, I gotta come with a local celebrity of core. If I go by myself, they don't know.
I mean, they always offer me... Well, okay, so, like, I'm kind of like a regular. So, like, I know everybody that works there. But, like, when I come in with a certain couple, like, group of friends, they always, you know, we go together. They know us, too.
Yeah.
And they know I always say, like, no, give my bread that would have came to me to them.
Yeah.
Because, like, they love the bread. So they do that whole, like, thing.
Oh, yeah. But no. You're the first time I got offered bread there. And not the last, but It's only been offered to me one time besides that.
So are you really gonna put Core in that last spot for top 5 in Syracuse?
Well, no, my thing is, I'm picking topics.
I love Core too.
I'm picking topics. I'm
Okay.
saying salad.
Yeah.
You got me
Core.
thinking outside of the top. You got me just thinking favorite spot for certain food.
So like thick pizza, avocados.
So yeah, pizza's really good. Yeah, I mean, so Wildcat for Philly cheesesteak, I would say I love their Philly cheesesteak. I think it's gotten better, and like with time, which is awesome. And their curl fries that are salt and pepper on them. So, and their barbecue sauce. So I'm gonna say, that. I'm gonna say Millhouse Market for literally any sandwich,
Right.
and for their honey mustard dressing, and their brownies are really good, and their sun-dried tomato mozzarella bread. Fantastic. So all I've done to myself is give myself a really difficult time. 1, I'm hungry. 2, I don't know where to go now.
Yeah, I know.
But you got to be like the one thing of everything I described. You have to be in the mood for Chinese food, and like I have to get in the mood for it. Because if my stomach like today, my stomach doesn't want it.
Yeah.
Like my stomach will tell me. Like someone will go, "Do you want Chinese food?" And that's one of the things my stomach does quick. It'll either say yes or no very quick.
See, like I can only do Chinese food twice a year.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do it like 3 times a year.
I get sesame chicken and that's it.
I can honestly tell you 3 times a year. I've probably done it this year maybe twice. Oh no, I've done it twice.
And my friends will do like Chinese food once or twice, like every 2, like
Oh,
once
no.
a week or like once every 2 weeks, and I'm like,
No.
I'm like eating like I'm picking like the broccoli, like if they get like
Yeah.
that.
Well, my
Like,
stomach is
rolls.
getting like as we're talking about all this food, I'm like hungry, and then I go Chinese food, and my stomach goes not today.
Right,
It's the one thing my stomach is so clear about.
right.
Like if I'm like, do I want pizza or salad? Do I want do I want Mexican food or do I like things that are total
Yeah,
opposite?
it's hard to pick.
I'm like, do I want Mexican food or broccoli and cheddar soup? But when I say, do I want Chinese food, my stomach will tell me immediately, today's the day, or it's not. And last week was the day. And I don't know when the next day is going to be. Maybe it's going to be like Christmas time. I have no idea. But it's so good from the place I go to. But yeah, I mean, I guess those are favorites that I would have to nominate. Yeah, I mean, there's good places all over Syracuse.
Oh yeah, we're good for the food department.
Yeah. That lady should just move. The lady that said that there's no good pizza. I was like, do you know what pizza
Do I have to
is?
say we could up our Mexican game a little?
By far.
Yeah, maybe
Having
a lot,
Hispanic blood, I'm like, should I open a restaurant? Should I make a food truck?
See, I like more of like I like making my own taco night because I like more like
Oh, I love doing taco
Americanized-
night.
Not Americanized, but like I do like the rotisserie chicken that like cooked all day and like all that.
Oh, I do taco night big.
But I like panchitos. I can do panchitos, but you have to
Not
be
enough flavor for me.
You gotta
There's
be
no flavor. Listen, and it's no knock. There's no like. I want like
Yeah,
when I get
I know.
chicken, give me that. Like I want that chicken to pop.
Yeah.
I want that chicken to fall out of the sandwich and taste good. I want that. I make homemade guacamole.
Yeah.
Nobody beats my guacamole. Like if you beat it, I'm going home and making it again. Like you're not beating my guacamole. So by any stretch of the imagination, and I mean I can tell you that, yeah, my taco night is different. And outside of making trying to like make everything at home, the one thing I will get is they have nacho cheese hard shell tacos that you can get at Walmart. And they're like $1 or something, but they're really, really good because it's got that like that nacho chip flavor. Yeah. So besides that, I mean, everything else is happening in the Tortora household. I haven't done taco night in a while, and today's Taco Tuesday. Maybe. Yeah.
I'm telling you, try the rotisserie or the like crock pot chicken.
I need to use my crock pot
And you
more.
put it in the taco.
Yeah.
It's another level.
I need to do my pulled barbecue chicken in my crock pot. I got Memphis. I got a ton. My barbecue game is up here today. I have the Memphis barbecue. I got the sweet one.
Barbecue, you got basically we have 2: Limp Lizard and Dinosaur.
Limp Lizard all day.
Yeah.
All day.
Oh yeah. There's more meat.
I think Dinosaur is not what it used to be. Limp Lizard is.
Just upped it up.
Oh my god.
They just keep getting
Their brisket is so good.
Yeah.
Everything is good. Their macaroni and cheese is good. The jalapeno cornbread is
Yeah.
good. I don't know where I'm eating today. I'm going to call you up, and I'm going to be like, I couldn't choose. There's going to be bags from everywhere. I'm going to be like, Fran, what do I do? Can I freeze these for tomorrow? I'm not going to eat it now. But my stomach was so... I think that's the thing, too. My stomach was not in a good place yesterday. For whatever reason, I don't know. And so, like, today I really want to enjoy food because yesterday my stomach was just not feeling great.
Right.
I don't know what I'm going to do. The jury's out. So, with that being said, this is our special with Miss Francesca Tortora. You know her as Franny. You'll know her soon in 2022 as a Stony Brook Seawolf.
Yeah.
And she is currently a CNS North Star. With that being said, she is one of the stars in the sky that I appreciate every day, that twinkles very bright.
Thanks.
So you keep rocking it and keep doing your thing. I want to say my thank yous and let everybody know how you connect with us. I know we went later today, per always, but you can find us Monday through Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Facebook Live on facebook.com/livenowdt. You can listen around the world on MixLR, which stands for Mix Live Radio, mixlr.com/WakeUpCallDT. And you can search Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora's archives on MixLR, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, the RSS feed, Podbean, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, and so much more. And I want to thank our Central and Upstate New York partners, Cafe Kubal, Carvel DeWitt, the Wildcat Sports Pub, Honda City of Liverpool, Chick-fil-A Cicero, Ma and Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory, Avicoli's, and thank you for the ingredients to success, Canine Camp Dog Daycare, Trapper's Pizza Pub, Canine Campground Dog Boarding, the Milk House Market, Borio's Restaurant, and to go really quick back to Ma and Pa's Popcorn.com, if you go there, I don't think you know this, I don't think I told you yet, but if you go to Ma and Pa's, you see it right up there because they have the What's Poppin', a list of topics every day. If you go to maandpazpopcorn.com, I have something that nobody else has. I have a 20% off coupon opportunity. If you go through me and you type in DT20, that's DT20, you get 20% off maandpazpopcorn.com. If you were going to go into the store anyways, if you order it online for pickup, you get 20% off. If you order it for delivery, you get 20% off. It's 20%, but you got to do it online, maandpazpopcorn.com, DT20. You get that 20% off. And our beverages of choice, Coca-Cola, Body Armor, and you can see there's a new one. So there's Rain as well as Monster. Shout out to Rain. And the Ducks are my favorite team for hockey, but my second favorite is the Vegas Knights, and it's very Vegas Knight looking, so I like it. And the Razzleberry I had yesterday. So we got the flavors there for you, and you know that Body Armor, only you can make you better. Perfect timing for them and I working together, as today is day 142 straight of me going at least 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
Can't stop. Won't stop. And the shirt today, Are You Human? Those of you that are looking very closely can see it says Inhuman. There's a lot to this, but I think it's a perfect time for me to ask the question, are you treating each other well? Are you human? So, with all that being said, this has been a fantastic show that I am extremely grateful for. And we thank you for being here with us. Shout out to all the family that watched. Shout out to Dana and everybody, too. I appreciate you all. Love to my mom. Love to you, Derek. Love to all the great and wonderful people out there that make our lives what they make it. And more than anything else, today, under God, I want to say that there is nothing better than doing it one time. And now it's a regular thing. I love having you here.
Thanks.
Shout out to Franny. Stony Brook Seawolf, as of just a couple days ago. And we had the exclusive. Thank you, Fran. And as always, just keep doing your thing.
Always. Thank you for having me.
We'll talk with you all soon.